Shalom, it's Elder J back in the expansion garden, beginning of the 2014 growing season. So today is April 27th. Just want to give you guys an update. I'm a little bit behind, but you know, it happens. I told you guys we had some crazy weather up here. I'm sure it's crazy weather all over the place. But let me show you what I got growing so far. All of this stuff here in the middle is all lettuce. So lettuce is going to be the first thing that I get growing this year. So that's cool. I got lettuce in here, and I have tons of spinach grown this time. So all around the lettuce is all spinach, I think, except for that first one here. I think that first one there is actually radishes, and they're already starting to sprout. So the radishes and this lettuce is going to be the first things that grow. Everything else is still in seed form. So let's check out the rest. So I'm just now cleaning out everything. Moved my trellis from my third box to my second box, because that back row, those back 4 squares, are going to be peas. So it's peas under there. They haven't sprouted yet. We'll see what happens. The one in front of them is Swiss chard. The row in front of those are these new mustard greens that I wanted to try. They're like red or something like that, red or purple mustard greens. I wanted to try those. And then this front 4 is more spinach. Spinach has a super short growing season up here, so I want to grow as much spinach as possible. And then, you know, when those come out, my summertime plants, which are in seed, well, they're sprouting, actually, they're sprouts now on my porch. By the time I'm done harvesting all the spinach, it'll be time to put those out. And so hopefully by maybe first week in June, I'll be bringing those things out. So let's see. In here, I have not planted anything yet, because I'm kind of saving some space and some room for my summertime plants, because I really don't know how I'm going to deal with those yet. So I got these open just in case the spinach is still producing. By the time it's time for them to come out, I need to have a couple boxes open for them. So these last 2 boxes are going to be dedicated to the summertime stuff. Now, I didn't finish this last box because I wanted to show you guys something. I don't know if you can see that, how it looks a little red. That's because this year I was topping off my boxes. Normally I top off the boxes with some manure and a little bit more compost. This year, really just adding some peat moss to it. My soil is really good, so that reddish looking color is just peat moss. I have a bag of it here. Peat moss. I put that in all of my beds. I just needed a little bit just to top them off, and you know, so that's what I got going on in here. Okay, I didn't finish this one because I wanted to show you guys. I was telling you guys, I'll show you guys how I actually prepare the bed. Okay, so like I said, I normally would either put peat moss or some manure, or sometimes other compost, or, you know, it all depends on what it actually needs. Okay, so this year all of them really just needed a little bit more peat moss, so I just added peat moss to all of them, and they're already still there, nice and fluffy selves. Okay, so once I put the peat moss in and I mix in the soil a little bit, right? I put my peat moss in dry instead of wet. Some people like to expand their peat moss first. I don't. I want it in, and then I'll water afterwards. So I mix it in really good all over, right? And then I also add in my fertilizer at this time, okay? And I always add my fertilizer at the beginning of the season, because the fertilizer that I use is 4 months. It's, you know, it feeds for about 4 months. I only use organic fertilizers, and I saw a video from a brother who uses the same exact fertilizers I use. I use Garden Tone and or Plant Tone, depends on whichever one I see, whichever one is on sale. And I've been using also bone meal and blood meal. And I saw a brother mix all of them together, and I was like, wow, I never even did that before. I never thought of it. So I have me a little bucket, 5-gallon bucket I got from Walmart. And what I did was I mixed all of them, blood meal, bone meal, Garden Tone, Plant Tone, all in here. I also have some pelleted chicken manure in here that I order from online. And I just dump everything, mix it. I actually have 2 of these buckets. And what I did was I poured in, mixed up with my hands, poured in, mixed all in my hands. And then I was pouring them from one bucket to another until they mixed really good. If you do that, make sure you do it either outside. And even when you're outside, I will wear a gas mask, because this stuff is really powdery and can get all in your nose, and it does stink. So use a gas mask. But now it's all nice and mixed. What I normally do is just take a cup full, sprinkle, you can see the wind blows this stuff, so you don't want to be in the position of the wind, right? So that's my fertilizer. Do a little bit more, right? After that, my secret weapon. I talked to you guys about this the other day. This is my coffee grounds that I got from Starbucks. Told you guys, call them up. They will give this stuff out to you free. You want the cooked coffee grounds. This is, you can't really see it, but I'm trying to get where my shadow is not in one. Can you guys see this? I can't tell. All I do is take these coffee grounds, break them up in my hand, all in the soil. Been doing this for the last 3 years now with excellent results. Mix it up. Break them up, because sometimes it's in clumps. So I just make sure they're broken up. And this is best done with your hands. This is best done with your hands. Now, people always asking me, what does the coffee do? The coffee adds some nitrogen to your soil. And it's slow release. People are normally scared because they think coffee is acidic, and it is, but that's before it's cooked. Once it's cooked out, it's not as acidic at all. The pH is pretty neutral. And then Once I get a good bit, you can then just mix this around with your hands or with a shovel. I have a pitchfork, and what I normally do with the pitchfork is stick it in not too far down, like in the first couple inches, and I just shake it. And what that does is mix my fertilizer, my coffee, and all that in the first couple layers. Just shaking. Also mixes in my peat moss or my amendments to my soil real good. Again, just shaking. Now all those roots that you see, I'll just pull those out. That's another reason why I do this, because it brings all those roots to the top from last year. You do that, and then your soil is perfectly mixed. Again, first couple inches, and just shake. Sorry. And shake. All right. And shake. And shake. Now if you can look, my soil is now pretty mixed. It's a couple of spots I'm gonna fix or whatever, and I'm gonna get the roots out, and then I'm gonna draw my grid, and then that's it. So we're praying again for another good growing season. You guys see what it looks like now. And so in about 2 months, we're going to see what it looks like then. Okay? So I'm probably going to be coming out maybe in 2 or 3 weeks. I'll give you guys an update out here in about 2 or 3 weeks to show you exactly what it looks like. Alright? Got to give some seeds time to grow and see what's going on. So I'll catch you guys later. Tips for the day. With your garden beds, clean them out to top them off. I will alternate years. 1 year top it off with manure and various composts. The next year top it off with just peat moss. If you have organic fertilizers, mix them all together in one bucket and then scoop them all out, and call up Starbucks and tell them and ask them, do they have any available coffee grounds? Alright. Actually, I am going to come back before a couple 3 weeks, because I got to show you guys. I'm going to be growing some more potatoes this year. So I'm going to show you guys how I grow my potatoes in containers. I don't know if I'm going to use this one or another one, but potatoes are coming. Alright? Like I always say, get to growing. Peace.